is enough said.
Happy Friday, Heat Nation. Your boy Ernest here. Back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Don't forget to show support by clicking the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can get all the updates. Now that we got that out the way, please join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Now, in today's episode, you guys, I want to talk about Jonathan Kuminga. And the main reason why, it looks like rumors are heating up with Kuminga. And there's 3 teams that have been linked to potentially trading for Jonathan Kuminga. And that is the Chicago Bulls, the Sacramento Kings, and our Miami Heat. Now, we know the Miami Heat recently traded for Norman Powell, and by doing so, they didn't have to give up a lot of assets. They only gave up Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson as a part of a 3-team trade. So the Heat were able to keep all of their young assets and all of their draft picks in this trade. So when you look at a guy like Jonathan Kuminga, you guys, whose last season had a very stellar year. I know we've done videos about him in the past, but it hasn't been recent. So just to give you a reminder, in 47 games, he averaged 15.5 points a game, almost 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 45% from the field, 30% from the three-point line. He averaged about the same in the playoffs, but the last 4 games in the playoffs against the Minnesota Timberwolves, when Steph Curry went out an injury, Jonathan Kuminga stepped up. He became that dude. People thought it was going to be Jimmy Butler that was stepping up. No, it was Jonathan Kuminga. So he showed his value when he was given the keys. And that might be enough to get him a contract. Now, apparently, the Golden State Warriors offered him a contract extension, but he declined it. And that was averagely about, I think it was like $25 to $30 million per year. Kuminga's looking for a contract that pays him about averagely $35 million a year. Now, you can finagle and you can negotiate it because here in Florida, you don't have state taxes. You know, where he plays in with the Warriors, those state taxes are pretty high in California. So, if you're looking at a potential trade for Jonathan Kuminga, it's what you're looking to give up. And I will say this, Heat fans. The Miami Heat have had several opportunities in trading for Jonathan Kuminga. I know that there's interest there, and it was reported, and this was from Shams Charania, who was on Sirius XM radio. They asked him, does Jonathan Kuminga go back to the Warriors? Are they signing him? Are they training him? And Shams Charania said, the 3 teams that have had a level of interest in Kuminga in the offseason, like I mentioned earlier, the Heat, the Bulls, and the Kings. But having an interest in getting a deal done are 2 totally different things. Nothing quite yet there. We're still a ways away from that, end quote. So I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think that the Miami Heat are going to trade for Jonathan Kuminga. Honestly, they don't really need him because by trading for Norman Powell, you have given yourself some incredible offensive firepower next to Tyler Hero. You have Tyler Hero and Norman Powell, 2 guys that were on the NBA three-point contest last year in All-Star Weekend. 2 guys that averaged, respectively, Tyler was 24 points a game, Norman Powell was 22 points a game. We know the biggest problem the Miami Heat had last year. It was having another player that was consistent offensively next to Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins was that guy for a little bit, but he ended up getting an injury. So you can't control that type of stuff. But next year, you guys, when you look at this lineup, Kel'el Ware, Bam Adebayo, Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, you have Davion Mitchell coming off the bench, Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez, Haywood Highsmith, you're developing Kasparis Yaka-Jonas, you have an elite shooter in Simone Fontecchio. The real thing this team is missing is a quality backup center. Because after you let go of Kyle Anderson and Kevin Love, you don't really have anyone in that power rotation besides Nikola Jovic, who's mainly a point forward. So if you are looking to trade Jonathan Kuminga, you're not only trading for him, but you have to give him this monster extension. And this is going to have to be a trade package centered around Andrew Wiggins, Nikola Jovic, or Jaime Jaquez, and you may have to include a future first-round draft pick. I don't think you would, because the Warriors aren't probably going to bring back Kuminga, but they maybe are. So they might need a little something to sweeten the pot. So is it really worth giving up Andrew Wiggins, Jaime Jaquez, or Nikola Jovic for Jonathan Kuminga? Honestly, I don't think so. I think what the Miami Heat should do right now is hold all their chips and wait for someone huge to become available, like Giannis, or maybe someone else. I don't know. I don't have names, you guys, but you never know. Zion Williamson, I don't know about that. John Morant. I mean, there may be a guy that becomes available, but right now, the one that I'm looking at is Giannis. Giannis is the one I feel that the Miami Heat can make a push for. And I posted a video about it yesterday to you guys, but now that the Miami Heat have traded for Norman Powell, they have more flexibility. You can include a Norman Powell or Tyler Hero as your main piece in a potential package. And if you're going for Giannis and keeping Bam, well, now you can include Kel'el Ware. Throw in either Jaime Jaquez or Nikola Jovic. Throw in some draft capital. Throw in an expiring contract like Terry Rozier. That's a main reason, guys, I feel like Terry Rozier has not been bought out yet. The Miami Heat are using his $26 million contract as a cap filler. Because if you're trading for someone like Giannis, someone who's making over $50 million for the year, especially the way the new NBA collective bargaining agreement is, you have to match salaries. So Terry Rozier's contract helps. So in conclusion, you guys, I don't think the Heat should make a trade for Jonathan Kuminga unless you're fleecing Golden State like you did with the three-team trade getting Norman Powell. And when I say fleecing, I mean if Golden State is willing to take Terry Rozier, who they could buy out to free up cap space, I'll give them Jaime Jaquez and maybe a future second-round draft pick. If Golden State is willing to do something like that, for sure, I'd hit the submit button. Bring Jonathan Kuminga on this roster. Tell Andrew Wiggins to be to come off the bench as the sixth man, or Kuminga as the sixth man. Doubt that. But now we're cooking. But if you're telling me, Ernest, we got to give up Wiggs, Jaime Jaquez, and a future first-round draft pick, I'm not sure about that. Because you're looking to contend this year. You're looking to compete. And Andrew Wiggins gives you championship pedigree. And let's not forget, he only has 2 more years left in his contract. The last year is a player option. So you still have cap flexibility after 2026. You trade for Kuminga, that's it. This is your team. Bam, Kuminga, Tyler, you can re-sign Norman Powell. Maybe that's good enough. So that's why I'm doing this video, Heat Nation. I want to hear from you guys. Should the Miami Heat go after Jonathan Kuminga if it means all you have to give up is Andrew Wiggins, Jaime Jaquez, and a future first-round draft pick? I think that's too much. But I want to hear from you, Heat Nation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm heading to Orlando today for a wrestling show, you guys, so I won't be able to do another episode today. Hopefully, I'll get one out for you tomorrow. But I appreciate the support, and until next time, your boy Ernest out, and that is enough said.